out, God said, shut up, raise up that staff in your hand and keep stepping towards the sea. It didn't make no sense to me, but God had already thought that thing out and thought that thing through. God had consecrated this crisis so that it would glorify his name and handle the enemies who for 400 years had been mishandling us. God had already thought that thing out and thought that thing through. How the Red Sea would first be a wall, and then he'd flip it and turn it into a weapon to bring closure to the crisis for the last time. God had already thought that thing out and thought that thing through, and I want somebody to understand that God will never steer you where he hadn't already seen you. Bump somebody, say, he's thought that thing out and thought that thing through. But wait a minute, because as unthinkable as building an ark was, it was even more unthinkable to believe that one man could get all them animals into one ark. Oh, y'all got to hear. Noah wasn't no veterinarian. He had no zoological skills. He was a construction worker. He had no experience herding animals and chasing cheetahs, embracing elephants and catching birds. How you gonna fly up there to get them? How you gonna run and catch them? And can we be honest? Some of the animals that had a reservation on the ark, he was scared of. We talking about lions and tigers and, oh my. And how are you going to go after what you scared of? Oh, y'all better hear me tonight. See, but God called him to do it so that he could elevate his faith above the level of his anxiety. Y'all better hear me tonight, because that's why God is pushing you, because he wants to elevate your faith above the level of your anxiety. Because when you pay close attention to God, you know what you discover? Some of the stuff you're scared of ain't even real. Okay, wait, we got to go to Sunday school on a Sunday night. I know. Look, this story about Noah, that's Sunday school 101. I mean, you learn that right here. I mean, 101, right? But look, did you know God never told Noah to catch the animals? You flunked Sunday school, didn't you? No, you got to read it when you get home. God said, I will bring the animals to you. Y'all missed that. God said, I created them. I know them. I know their language. I can communicate with them. I can make them do what I want them to do. All I want you to do is do what I told you to do, and I'll get the animals to where they need to be. Go and bless somebody. Reach out and put your hand on them and say, stay in your lane. Stop trying to be God. Stop trying to control everything. Just do what God told you to do, because while you trying to figure it out, he's already worked it out. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me on a Sunday night, but God says, if you're going to take your cues from me, you got to believe the unlikely. And if you can do that, I'm going to step it up and ask you to do the unthinkable. But if you can do that, because faith is a progressive journey, which means you ain't ever there. You're always on your way. God says, if you do the unthinkable, then you may have to wait in the unbearable. Just look at your neighbor and say, I don't know if I can shout on that or not. Wait, and I understand. Look, because God told Noah to build an ark in anticipation of a flood that it never happened. God gave him detailed instructions, and Noah did it just like God said do it. And you read it in the text. He did exactly what the Lord told him to do. And when he finished, people looked at him